this in a can so we can all go home. Beautiful. Let's get those names, Raul.
Just keep up with me. We'll get through this in a jiffy. First off, tell me, how many people do we have playing?
Okay, we're gonna need 3 more cleats on beam number 3.
1 player. Great. Okay. Fantastic. Fine line between being a game show and a babysitter. Now, type in your name. By the by, you here for a 7-question tournament length game or a full 21-question thingamajig? Okie dokie.
30 seconds.
Okay, your buzzer is B as in baby's breath, which isn't really as pleasant as one would think.
Audio input level should be an 8.
Okay, 20 seconds.
Can somebody change that color filter? If you could do that, I'd appreciate it. Thanks.
Holy mackerel. Okay, listen up. As soon as you think you know the answer to a question, buzz in. Then you have to hit the number that corresponds to the answer you want. You got that? It's simple.
10 seconds.
Good luck.
9. 8.
Get rid of the desktop, please. Let's go to
6.
black.
Thank
All right, folks. See you on the other side.
3.
Du musst mehr Gutgefühlen mit Obernastrom.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Welcome, welcome. Hi, hello. This is You Don't Know Jack. I'm Cookie, and you're pathetic. Playing by yourself? Go read a book. Oh, all right, whatever. This is it? Just you? Well, I get paid no matter what. Okay, let's do it. Okay, I need a category. The category? Reading, writing, and roughage. $1,000 at stake on this one. We've all heard of body language, right? In your bowels, your colon is connected to your rectum. Considering the primary role of a colon in English grammar, what is most likely true? Your rectum contains a list or series, your rectum is a dependent clause, your rectum is a passive verb, or your rectum uses a foreign phrase or object. One of the primary uses of a colon is to signal the beginning of a list or series in a sentence. And after a few too many trips to the buffet table, your colon will be sending signals like Morse code. All right, hit me. Well, what do we have here? Aye! Run for the border! $1,000 if you get it. Hey, you know what they say about all carnage and no play? Imagine that Godzilla's enemy Mothra is taking a vacation to sunny Mexico. Because it would involve cannibalism on his part, which of these tasty south-of-the-border treats might Mothra be too horrified to eat? Papas fritas, frijoles saltandos mexicanos, chimichangas, or sol cerveza? Frijoles saltandos mexicanos, or Mexican jumping beans, jump because of tiny moth larvae inside them. So Mothra, you know, the giant moth, isn't going to be a big cannibal about it. Besides, I'm sure you'll agree, we don't want something as big as Mothra getting all gassy. Okay, pick a category. The category is bestiality and dropping balls. And we got $3,000 in the pot. All right, let's say you have a big New Year's party with a lot of champagne and things get a little out of hand. If all your pets got pregnant on New Year's Day, which one would go into labor around Labor Day? The donkey, the hippopotamus, the horse, or the sheep? The hippo's gestation period is about 8 months, so this hippo will go into labor around Labor Day. But the really amazing thing is, the baby's got your nose. I need a category. Okay, give it up for On the Seventh Day, God Caught a Movie. Get it right, I'm handing over $2K. Hey, listen closely and imagine the following movie advertisement. He's been robbed of his wealth. His children are dead. His skin is covered in boils. All because his God has made a little bet with Satan. His faith is being tested. How could this trailer end? Charles Bronson has the mark of Cain. Jean-Claude Van Damme is risen. Steven Seagal has the patience of Job. Or Chuck Norris is the prodigal son. In the book of Job, God allows Satan to torture Job by destroying his life in order to prove that he has faith. The test audience didn't like it, so in the Hollywood version, Job has a beautiful wife, healthy children, and just a small case of adult acne. Category, please.
You don't wanna blow it on number 5.
And this one is, you're so vain. $2,000 for a correct answer. Just step up and take a swing at this one. If Bonfire of the Vanities author Tom Wolfe had been present at the historical event after which the book is named, what could he have experienced? Seeing someone being burned at the stake, having copies of his book burned, putting out a fire at the Vanity Mansion, or roasting marshmallows with Queen Victoria? In the 15th century, the people of Florence were urged by the cleric Savonarola to burn all their books and other worldly trappings in an event known as the Bonfire of the Vanities. And if a certain female co-star went back in time with him, maybe there would have been another roast called the Bonfire of the Melanies. All right, hit me. This one likes to go by like the Sands Hotel, but different. How does $2,000 sound? Okay, imagine this. You're traveling in the Middle East and you're desperate to find some lodging for a few nights. If you found a vacancy at a place called the Bedouin and Breakfast, what might be one of the terms you'd have to agree to? No sexual activity after sundown, location of lodging may change at any time, must accept your maid as a lifelong servant, or stealing of towels punishable by death. Keep the maid as a lifelong servant. Man, talk about room service. For the curious, here's the right answer. Bedouins are a nomadic people, so you might have to check out unexpectedly. But since you're in the Middle East, I wouldn't complain. You could be bombed out unexpectedly. Okay, I need a category. Let's see what we got going. A Walton family pile. You get this one right and it's $3,000. All right, the Great Depression was pretty hard on the Waltons, but suppose things got even worse. Say the Waltons are forced to move into a one-room house with no electricity. If Mrs. Walton must use her sense of smell to find her family in the dark, whom is she likely to pick out? Her husband, John Walton, her son, Jim Bob Walton, her daughter, Mary Ellen Walton, or her father-in-law, Zeb Walton? Oh, must have hit the wrong key. It happens. The correct answer is... Studies have shown that while women tend to confuse the scent of their blood relatives with their own, they can discern the smell of their mates. At least in a one-room house, the end of the show would go much faster.
Good night, everyone.
Okay, pick a category. I got some good news for you. You're about to move into a Dis or Dat. The category for this Dis or Dat is existential seasonings. All right, I'm going to read off 7 words, and for each one, you need to tell me if it's an herb or a character from Samuel Beckett's play Waiting for Godot. As each one comes up, if it's an herb, press 1. If it's a character from Waiting for Godot, press 2. And press 4 to skip. You get 500 for each right answer, and you lose 500 for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. Okay, can I have 30 seconds on the clock, please? Let's dance. Marjoram, is it an herb? Alfalfa. Lucky. Yucca. Horehound. Pazzo. Last one, and you agree. That's all she wrote. 4 out of 7 is very mediocre. Let's check out your new total. Could be worse. Your score could be going down. In fact, it still might. Let's find out. Category, please.
Renovi is number 9.
For your enjoyment, how many holes does it take to fill the Albert Hall? Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Okay, now, since I don't know what else to call the artist formerly known as Prince except Prince, just let me ask you this. Say each of these acts is appearing at a British music festival. Based on the rankings of royalty, which band or artist would be billed immediately beneath Prince? Duke Ellington, King Crimson, Queen, or Royal Guardsman? A Duke is the highest non-royalty title one can attain, and it's ranked immediately beneath Prince. But don't you hate it when an opening band is better than the one that follows it? I need a category. Nice choice, lover. You've just been invited to a three-way. Okay, this is simple, but hear me out anyway. You're gonna see a three-way like this one. Go for your buzzer when you see the correct three-way member lit up. If it's the right match, you'll score. But watch out, if you're wrong, you'll lose $1,000 every time you're wrong. And be careful, individual answers don't necessarily have anything to do with the three-way as a group. Alright, let's get this party rolling. Let's just say this one's known as the tourists are the ones looking up. And they're looking up at this three-way. New York, Los Angeles, or Chicago. Alrighty, watch your buzzer. Here we go.
Oh, yes! 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 Okay, must stop. Can't take it anymore. Looks like we've reached our climax. Now let's see how you scored. Nicely done, a perfect score. Must be all that practicing alone, huh? This should firm up your overall score. So, let's see what we've got ahead of us here. Okay, we're halfway home. Let's see how round 2 treats you. Every question in round 2 is worth twice as much, so we got some serious cash at stake here. Let's get to it. Okay, I need a category. And I believe this one's called Great Literature and Great Liquor. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Some authors are inspired by their muse. Others do it with alcohol. Choose the word that rhymes with the correct pronunciation of this famous author's name. Boozed, soused, juiced, or sought. The Frenchman who wrote Remembrance of Things Past was Marcel Proust. As in, when I'm juiced and need a boost to get goosed, I read Proust. Okay, pick a category. 12.
Shake hands with playing footsies with men in armor. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Heads up, here it comes. If King Arthur had gathered his knights around the Algonquin Round Table, what might they have used to fight off their enemies? Hard-hitting documentary films, rapier-like wit and biting sarcasm, pounding defensive tackles, or whipping cream and cutting boards? Oh, what a shame. Foiled again. The Algonquin Round Table was a 1920s group of writers and artists known for their sharp wit.
Battle axes and broadswords may sever my limbs, but smart-ass quips will never hurt me.
All right, hit me.
Swing your partner 1 and 3. A do-si-do for the big 13.
May I introduce that thing dogs like to catch? And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. Let's see if you can wrap your head around this. Considering the Frisbee's namesake, who would be most interested in a game of Ultimate? The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, or some guy named Doug?
Hey, Mom, can I have some money for lunch?
In case you're wondering, The Frisbee is named for the Frisbee Baking Company, whose pie tins were used as flying discs for about 30 years before commercial toy versions were introduced on the market. But for God's sake, don't play Frisbee with two other men while in a tub, or you'll all crack your fool heads open. I need a category. Coming at you. Get to the point. How does $4,000 grab you? Okay, I want you to take a good long look at this picture and try to figure out what the hell is the intended purpose of this thing? Training thoroughbred horses, spreading the word of God, contraception for Mormons, or holding up truckers' pants? It's just tragic. See, now, I could have given you some cash if you picked this. This bad boy is called the Heretic's Fork. It was a medieval instrument of torture tied around the necks of non-believers so that the point stuck in their neck and chest. Nowadays, Christians are much more civilized. They use something called the Heretic's Spork. Category, please.
15th floor, lingerie, housewares, and useless trivia.
The selection is basic cable grammar. Get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. Hey, cable fans, imagine this. The all-new Language Channel debuts with a comedy about the wacky adventures of two symbols called ampersand and ampersand. How might that show be listed in TV Guide? One of those and one of those, that thing and that thing, thingamajig and whatchamacallit, or doodad and doodad. The ampersand is also known as the and sign. Of course, if you just see the symbols, you might think it's a show about three little stickmen sitting down with their arms crossed around their legs. Keep looking at the answer, it'll all make sense. Okay, pick a category. Uh-oh, Elmer Fudd Dime Store.
It's time for a conversation.
Take a look at your gibberish category. Just don't let Irwin near the dam. We're talking $10,000 prize on this gibberish question. Now, don't get nervous, but the more time you take, the less cash you get. All right, pay attention and tell me, with what cliche does this rhyme? Flood! This Dick Irwin brought her. And don't be fooled by the punctuation. Let's see what you think. Start typing, then hit return. Blood is thicker than water, and I'll tell you, it's not that good as a refreshing drink either. Okay, I need a category.
Number 17.
Now serving Random House Blends, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Let's see how you handle this one. If the literary character Starbuck worked at the coffee chain Starbucks, what drink would probably be coffee of the day? Mocha Dick, Murder on the Orient Espresso, the Scarlet Latte, or the Kama Sumatra?
Nope.
Let's take a look at the right answer. Starbuck is the first mate in Moby Dick, so he would try to find you a Mocha Dick.
One Mocha Dick.
There she blows! All right, hit me. Pucker up for Croft Super Authors. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Flex those fingers, cause here it comes. If the creators of Land of the Lost made a sequel called Land of the Lost Generation, which of these would you not see? Ernest Hemingway waving a cape at Sleestacks, Gertrude Stein buying a painting by Chaka, F. Scott Fitzgerald entering a pylon, or Nathaniel Hawthorne lecturing Grumpy? No, he was one of the Lost Generation, but hey, F. Scott Fitzgerald, all right? Should have picked this. The Lost Generation was a group of post-World War I American writers hanging out in Europe. But Nathaniel Hawthorne wrote in the 1800s. You know his book, The Scarlet Latte. I need a category. Step right up for question 19. This little number's known as Here Today, Gone Tomorrow. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. Put your tray in the upright position. It's time for takeoff.
If you combine the participants of Wigstock with the Wigs, what would you get? Hippies in a wimpy alternative band, Ava Gabor's catalog with bugs for models, drag queens opposed to British rule, or members of the Truckers Union in bouffants. Wigstock is an annual drag festival, and the Wigs were Americans opposed to British rule over the colonies.
We the people give the queen 2 snaps down.
Category, please.
Question number 20.
Well, looks like this category is something to make me sound eloquent. Get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. You know what? I actually had to look this one up. What's another word for thesaurus, thesis, threshold, treasury, or tracklement?
You're wrong, and stay out of my purse.
What are you, stupid, slow-witted, dull, obtuse? Roger lists treasury as another word for thesaurus. Don't believe me? Well, go ahead and look it up in your, you know, that big thing with all the words in it. All right, hit me. You're about to... A little edgy, aren't we? Relax and take a look at this clue. I'll tell you when to panic. But my partner gets top billing. Question is, are you gonna get top dollar? Good luck. Sweet mother of God, are you human? You're like a machine! Let's check out your final score! That's the game! Wow, you were the best guest we had this whole game. Really? Now do me a favor. Take a quick look to your left, now your right, and repeat after me.
Beautiful people, I have not seen a show this good since 1950... Never mind, roll the credits. Hey, Raul, are we playing again?
Hey, Raul again. Listen, I don't do this for everyone, but if you want to play another game, I'm there for you, man. Let me know.
Buster's Bait Shop. Master baiters since 1923.
Hey, it's me. I just wanted to say hello.
Not another boring voicemail message.
Hold the phone! Before you delete that unwanted voicemail, think about those unfortunate people who never get any calls. Don't you think they'd want the message, even if you don't?
Gee, I guess so.
Then press 8 to donate. When you get a message you don't want, press 8. Your message will be forwarded to the mailbox of a fiber optic Lonely Heart.
Hey, this is Bill. I got your spreadsheet off the webpage, but I had some questions about the R&D headings. Give me a call.
Bill, I don't know what that meant, but you just made my day.
They may not understand the random messages they get, but they'll sure feel more connected. And isn't that what technology is all about?
You know, you're right. I'm gonna press 8 to donate.
Hey, it's me. I just wanted to say hello. Hadn't talked to you in a while. Give me a call sometime. Bye.
I love you, random voice.
Press 8 to donate. Go ahead and touch someone with other people's fingers.
Good lunch, Mom. Oops.
Billy, your milk! Look out! Oh, Billy.
Out of my way, you old bag.
Who are you, and what are you doing in my house?
I'm the brazen paper towel man, and I'm here to clean up that spill, unless you'd rather use that wimpy, sorry-ass paper towel you usually use.
Well, how good is brazen?
How good is brazen? Shut your trap and I'll tell you.
Hey, you can't talk to my mom like that.
Shut up, punk, or I'll smack you on the back of the head with my class ring. Brazen paper towels eat spills for breakfast. One single sheet of brazen will sop up a small, scummy pond. See that milk?
Yes.
Well, watch this, baby.
what was that scream?
That was the milk, begging for mercy.
Brazen paper towels. We're an Arthur Daniels Heartland company, but you don't need to know that. Here at Arthur Daniels Heartland, we work every day to make your life livable in ways you don't appreciate. We make sure the sun comes up every morning. We get your children to school safely, and we print the books they use in class. We've put a man on the moon.
We have liftoff.
We've taken apart your lawnmower.
Hey, get away from that!
We're here to help you, despite what you've heard. We feed millions of people around the world, and we provide Wink Martindale's wardrobe. At ADH, we read your mail. Oh. Arthur Daniels Heartland. If we told you who we are, we'd have to kill you. So just keep moving along. There's nothing to see here. Go on. Go on, get out. What are you looking at?
This week on Zenora, Queen of Battle, Zenora and Janelle are captured.
I can't believe they tied us together like this.
We'll just have to writhe around until we can loosen these ropes.
And a lesson is learned.
You're a good friend, Janelle.
All on the next Zenora.